All right, everyone. Good evening. This is my second YouTube live. It's a bit unnerving, I gotta admit, but it's fun and it really fits in perfectly with the subject that I want to talk about tonight, which is perfection or aiming perfection in an imperfect world. And that's something I've struggled with for a long time. You can say I'm a perfectionist. I like things to be done well, um, and yeah, sometimes it I feel aiming for perfection is good because you're always improving, but at some point it's stopping you from doing a lot more. So that's the subject I want to talk about. Before I get into that, I always like to share a bit of a definition or quotes. So in an imperfect world, we often aim for perfection, and that perfection is unreachable most of the time. It's actually never reachable. But because it's not reachable, sometimes we feel we're not up to the game. For example, this YouTube live, I was aiming to get it on Thursdays at 1:30. Something happened today. I wasn't able to get it done at 1:30, but I pushed. You know what? I set myself to do these lives once a week, and I decided, you know what, it's not going to be perfect, but at least I'm going to do it. And as much as I would like it to be perfect, it's not. So let's do it anyways. And that's really the topic that I'm aiming for tonight, is to share that when you're pushing yourself, when you're putting constraints on yourself, when you're challenging yourself, at some point you're going to improve, whether it be in photography, whether it be in any kind of arts or anything for that matter, sports or anything. I think if you're pushing yourself, you're pushing your limits, you're always improving. And there are a few things that I came up with that I really want to do in my life in regards to photography, is to do more, to shoot more, to take more pictures, and to create more. And for that, I came up with two things that I want to do every week. Is, first of all, these lives. It's going to push me to create every week something. I know it's not going to be possible. Some weeks I'm just going to pass by because life is just crazy, but that's part of it. That's part of pushing myself. And the second thing is, I decided, if I can, as much as I can, post a blog post on my blog. Because if I want to make this photography thing real, this passion, and turn it into something, I got to challenge myself. So that's my stand on that. One more thing I'd like to say about this is, sometimes we set ourselves for failure. So I really decided to do something that I could do, that if ever I was squeezed with time, which happens all the time, I could still lower my expectations in terms of perfection and still do it. So that's what I'm aiming for. Obviously, I'm not aiming to do a full feature a feature film every week. I'm doing a live, which is somewhat easy, and just shoot photos and develop at least one roll a week and put it on my blog. So that's doable for me. And if I can inspire people to maybe challenge themselves and push themselves, it's been a tough year in terms of everything, emotionally, safety wise, health wise, some people financially. It's been a tough year for a lot of people, and really I used to go downtown almost every day, and that challenged me in my photography, because that's initially the project with Montreal Vlog, is that. But after 6 to 9 months being entrapped in my basement home office, I came up with this plan that no matter what, no matter where I am in during that week, I'm going to push it and take photos. And I think these creative boundaries, these creative constraints are going to help me get better at photography. So I hope this is inspiring. Obviously this live is far from being perfect, and I'm far from being comfortable with it. But that's the challenge. That's what I want to do every week, and I know by doing it more and more, these lives are going to get better and maybe more structured. I'm going to get a flow by doing it every week. So that's it. There you have it, guys. I hope this really inspired you to create more, to push yourselves, and see you next week, guys. Bye bye.